Everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watched this video and to stay tuned on in for all the information I have to share with you guys. So the first thing is I want to talk about the fact that the S&P 500 has hit all-time highs and we're getting closer to 4,200. We talked about the different possibilities and so forth earlier this week. And then also we have Bitcoin crashing, okay? Bitcoin's falling and it looks like it wants to come back up. And then when you put the 1 day, you know, it has room to the downside and it's just getting wild, right? Everything's getting wild here with this. And I think it's because it hit a new all-time high. And every time Bitcoin hits an all-time high, there's a little bit of that nerve-wracking feeling like, let me just cash out some profits now and I'll catch the dip again and figure it out, right? So that's one of the things that's going on. Doge's been like a big deal. But before we talk about all of this, I just want to share with you guys what goes on over at the Patreon and also the Discord for those of you that are interested in becoming part of a community that through this turbulence of the stock market, you will be enlightened, right? With opportunities to maximize profits and minimize losses. That's what I'm all about. And I have a series that's going to make you become a much more profitable investor, right? I do one video per week if you are on the 3rd tier and above. And the first 2 tiers, you gain access to 1 video per month. So when people don't really realize this, you will fall behind months worth of content if you join the first 2 tiers. But that's understandable. Those tiers, most of them have sold out, and I think their slots are starting to fill up, and all the other tiers as well are filling up pretty quickly. So if this is something that interests you, the links are down below, and let's talk about Clove Stock. So Clove Stock, I talked about it on the 11th. I did a whole entire, explanation about it and stated anything below $10 is interesting and why it's been falling, right? So when we go to Clove Health, right, and we look up Clove took all week to hit a nice little bottom and then it jumped. But since I talked about it on the 11th, it fell. And then if you had your indicators pulled up, you would see that this was looking like an opportunity. It could possibly go a little lower, but it was bound to reverse just a tad bit, okay? This thing took off from 712 all the way up to $10 basically in just 1 day, okay? So these are the type of opportunities for swing trade opportunities you'll see on the Patreon, but I also do a list of 4+ ticker symbols, anywhere between 3 to 5 ticker symbols per week that are looking like an opportunity to start loading up for the long term. Now this one was a speculative one of the list, but if you want to gain full access to all the stocks I mentioned weekly, you can join us. The Patreon will gain you access to all those stocks that I've talked about before that are long-term and swing trade opportunities. Now, when it comes to the Discord, I talk about stocks honestly within minutes, like opportunities that are within minutes, daily opportunities. So this is one of them. And I know that sometimes it's like, well, you're just showing me one. How many do you do a day? Well, I do anywhere between 2 to 5 different ticker symbols in the morning, okay? And I look for opportunities that are going to bounce anywhere from 5 to 10% daily on a regular day, and on a good day 10 to 20%, and a home run is 20% above, which we've done before as well. Those 30%, 40, 50% gainers are there. So Vtvt, I started talking about it right earlier in the morning, and I stated how we want to see if Vtvt can hold up the recent jump. It's losing traction if large inflow orders come in. So Vtvt, we wanted to watch it closer to 290. I'd stated that in the first post, right, of the day. And right there, I had stated to everyone, pay close attention and we need to see large inflow. And that was it for now. So Vtvt was sitting like at $3.05. It pulled back around 290 and actually hit 287. It ran up to 304 and it was starting to pull back again, which we're going to look at the graph in just a moment. And 304 pulled back. And then right towards the bell, if you just kept watching it, right, That 304 bounce gave us 8% from 287 to 304. It was close to 8%, almost 10. Now, that's the first jump that I was looking for in the morning, and I called it a day. I moved on with my day. I started doing other trades, but Vtvt took off after minutes in the bell, hitting a high of 355 so far. Did anyone take a shot at it? So that right there, I missed that. I missed that opportunity, and that's okay. That's not always going to be the case that I'm going to catch the bigger waves. I was looking for my 5 to 10%. We caught it in the morning. I had clearly stated, this is at $3 and some change. Let's watch this between $3 and $2.90. It hit 287, brought itself back up to 290, and from 290 it hit 304. So that was not bad to start the day. I had other trades in mind, and when we pull up here Vtvt, you can see, right, when I mentioned it, right, I had stated to everyone, pay close attention to it. It pulled back close to 290 as I stated for entry, ran up for 8% move, and then towards the bell it was falling, hit a low of 277, and it took off for a 15% jump within minutes, almost an hour. Pulled back. Okay, if you didn't catch any of the two first entries, if you saw your indicators and you saw volume, this was a third opportunity, and it ran up again within another hour and a half, another 15% jump. So this is the quality of opportunities that you will see over at the Discord. So if that's something that interests you and you want to learn and grow as an investor to become a better day trader, a better trader, swing trader overall in any way, aspect, or form, long-term trading, swing trading, and day trading, you can join me in the other Patreons. Very smart, intelligent group of investors over at the Discord and Patreon, which is phenomenal as well. It's not just me talking about stocks. It's everyone collectively in the community sharing their knowledge and opportunities and what they're watching. So very smart investors over there, and you can become a part of that, and we look forward to have you join us. So the links are down below if you want to check it. Before I jump into the whole stock market issue, these are other opportunities that I mentioned as well when I talked about them, and I'm always clear when a stock is looking a little too high. We need to see it pull up back, cool down, and we're looking for volume, so forth, and boom, right at the beginning of the day, and it took off, right? That was one of them. And then the other one is here with 10x, when I mentioned it, and it ran up 10% before the pre-market. And this one I was pretty clear. I stated, hey, this could run towards the bell. It ran before it. It started pulling back towards it, and it gave us 10% first, and then right when the bell opened, it gave us 20% in just an hour, right? So these are the opportunities that we look for, and these are the opportunities I shoot for, and you can become part of that by joining us. So here we are. And a lot of people have asked me about the Patreon and like what's going on in it, so I wanted you guys to be aware, and I do want every single first time you were an investor to be aware of this opportunity, because a lot of people know me through charts. But I'm going to be honest with you, my success is because of the charts. I'm not the type of guy that's going to get, here on the screen and tell you, hey guys, this stock is set to explode. Hey guys, this stock is set to do very well, and yada, 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 without really showing, the opportunity for real, how it moved, right? Like, I've done it before, and I'm cool with those videos because they do help a lot of investors. But when you really want quality information that really you're not going to get here on YouTube, you can join me over at the Patreon. And the reason why you don't get it here on YouTube is not because I don't want to share it. It's because everyone overlooks it, because not everyone understands it. Everyone's looking for hype and speculation, and they get burnt. I'm making sure that we don't get burnt. We're catching things at the best value to maximize profits and minimize losses. And in this video, you are going to be equipped now to become a better trader as things continue to flow and move. I could be completely wrong about what I'm about to state, or I can be right. And this is what it's all about, to be aware and prepared. It's not about being negative. It's not about being scared. It's not about fear. It's about being equipped. This can continue running, right? But at least you're equipped. So here's all the information I want you to be aware of. But by joining us, you're not only going to be equipped with the information I'm about to share, but you're going to be equipped throughout the whole process to find the opportunities that you may overlook and that many investors actually overlook. Even things I overlook. That's why the community is there, to enlighten each other about opportunities we may not be seeing. We only have one set of eyes. Extra set of eyes looking at the screen at different opportunities makes opportunities endless. There's 7,000 different ticker symbols, right, in the stock market, moving all at once. We can't catch them all. But I like to narrow down and look for the best opportunities that make sense to the best of my knowledge. And that's what we do here in Invest for Tomorrow and over at the Patreon and Discord. So S&P 500, what's going on? Bitcoin's falling. What does this mean for Monday? So on the 30-minute chart frame, it looks like we want to fall here. Okay, it looks like we want to fall. We got a high here that was hit. Looks like we want to fall. Looks like we want to fall. Now, depending on the brokerage that you have, I suggest looking up on Webull, on Robinhood, on whichever platform you use, the options trading opportunities. And I want you to look at all the put side of things when it comes to the SPY, not SPX, but SPY, okay? That's one of the most traded to kind of correlate to the SPX. The amount of put ratio to call ratio on the SPY right now for the next several months is huge. It's almost like for every 2 calls, there's 3 puts. So there's always 1 put ahead, right? Right now, that's what it seems like. It might even turn into for every 2 calls, there's going to be 4 puts, which is literally 100% above, right? How many calls are being done. The stock market is anticipating for this to fall a bit. I am saying that if we keep running, we might hit 4,200, and then we're set to pull back towards a 100 to 300 point pullback, which will lead us back down to around this area down here, and possibly even down here, okay? Anywhere in these areas, okay? That's a pretty broad area, but anywhere within this area. And that's just the best case scenario. If it gets worse, it could fall anywhere between 400, 500 points down, leading us to the point where we would be down here, okay? Or even down here. So this is a very, very interesting time where this is about to turn around. And you could see here the 30-minute, and you could see here the MACD. It's all struggling, and the RSI is just pointing down. This could actually bounce right back up. But if it bounces back up, yeah, we're going to get closer to 4,200, and this is bound to pull back. And Bitcoin is falling really hard, even though it seems like it's running again. This has touched some lows that it's about to like basically come back up here, right? And that would probably bring it up to almost 59 or 58, and then it's going to just pull right back down, and it's going to hit 52 or 50. That's like the worst case scenario right now for Bitcoin. And I don't know much about Bitcoin. I'm still studying it, but just based off the chart and the technicals, I mean, things are looking very interesting. So yeah, the S&P 500, be ready. Things are turbulent and bound to be turbulent. And the reason why they're going to be turbulent is because of inflation. It's coming. People are anticipating it. And April tends to be a great month. You can see how well April has been doing, right? And let's include March, because March created the anticipation towards April. And then like basically right around the end of March, we had a little dip. And this has been most of April. Okay, let's just add March 25th to all this time. But April's been doing great. And April's earnings are pretty spectacular for the most part. But if tomorrow we start off red, right, it's because the pullback has started. But this week has earnings of some very interesting companies that if their earnings tend to have enough significance over the market, it can make things turn a little bit more green, or at least hold itself up. But that's this week. So if this week holds up, yeah, we may touch 4,200, or we may kind of consolidate, you know, with a little bounce up and down, bounce up and down. And then next week, we really need to prove ourselves to know if this can continue up or the downward pressure has started, right? For that 300 point pullback, 400, 500, worst case scenario, right? So we need to be aware of this. We need to be aware of this that's going on, and we need to start paying attention to stocks that we like and that are at a discount, because the opportunities are right now. If you're not paying attention to what's going on in the market, you're going to overlook the opportunities. And then when it comes around that we're in August, we're in October, November, and stocks are flying, you're going to want to buy them, right? Like it happened last year, and you're going to buy them too high. You're going to hold. You're going to have an expectation of how fast it's going to go to the moon. Then it starts pulling back, right? You start seeing it pull back. You're losing your gains. You hold because of greed. You saw it like up almost 100%. Now it's down 70% up. Then it goes down 50% up. And then it just keeps eating away your gains, and you never sell. Then you're at break even, and you're like, man, I'm not going to sell this. I want to make money. It's going to come back up. And then you start losing money, and then now you're holding the bag. Either you have to get out of it or you hold the bag. That's what happened to many people last year to this year, and that's what we need to avoid this year moving forward, okay? And that's why you need to pay attention now, right? Now is the time to pay attention and know what stocks to buy, because some stocks right now are looking like they're not purchasable or worth purchasing, and those are the stocks that actually may be the best purchases. But you need to know why. It's not just because it looks like it's better or not. Now is the time to be watching, and if you don't know what to watch for, you can join us. You can join us over at the Patreon. You can join us over at the Discord. I'm sure you're going to learn a lot, and there's so much to grow from it, because the community is growing. We're 90 plus people already, and not only that, but every single individual investor has something to share, and everyone's learning and sharpening each other, right? Like iron sharpens iron, and growing on a purpose and goal of making yourself a much more profitable investor by maximizing profits, minimizing losses, and growing your portfolio to newer levels. So these are the opportunities for the prepared. But if you're caught holding stocks that you don't like and they're not moving, either you gotta just make a decision to ignore those for now if you're gonna hold them, or make a decision to go ahead and reanalyze everything and make a decision based off of your analysis, right? Because this is not financial advice. I'm not going to tell you what to buy, sell, or hold ever in any positions, but I am here to enlighten you guys on what may work. And a lot of people are actually trying to start like a restart, and that's a good approach too. But you want to restart knowing what went wrong in the past and what to do now, and not commit the same mistakes, and what to watch for. Because if you don't know what opportunities are presenting themselves for tomorrow, that's why my channel is Invest for Tomorrow. I don't invest for today alone. I don't invest just for the date of tomorrow. I invest for the next month, 3 months, 6 months of opportunities to swing trade, day trade, and maximize profits. So we are in a situation that the stock market is bound to pull back. And as it continues to hit newer highs, the pullback will be bigger. And we don't know how long it's going to last. The one thing I do know is it can last 3 months to 6 months of volatility. And these are the biggest opportunities, because not every day you're supposed to make money in the market, number one. And not every day you're supposed to buy and sell stocks. But on the red days that are seeming like an opportunity and everyone else is fearful, you got to know what stocks you're looking at and which ones you're adding to your portfolio to load up some more. Because once the turbulence is over, the stock market will start to rise again, and those stocks will be the 2x, 3x, 4x winners. Okay? As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.